Good morning. I hope anyone who's watching this video is having a blessed Thursday. It's nice out, and I hope it stays that way. No rain, but I think I spoke too soon because I'm looking out the window and there's some clouds. But I'm showing off today the Justice League Zack Snyder Superman action figure. I think it was a Target exclusive. I got this figure, I'm going to say about 4 years ago. I took a little long showing off this figure because I didn't remember if I threw away the box that he came in or not. But I finally found the box. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll be able to show him off. I got him, like I said, so long ago that I couldn't remember if he came with extra hands, a flight stand or not, because Tom Mcfarlane changes like the wind. That man sometimes doesn't have a rhyme or reason. But this Superman figure came in this box here. Oh, look at that. 2021. I'm not sure if that's the year that, I think that's the year we got it. And it's based off the black suit that he wore in the movie. This was a Chase variant. I never got the black suit. When he was releasing the Justice League figures, he gave us a black suit first, and I could not understand why. I, as a consumer, didn't want the black suit. I'm not sure if there was a whole bunch of people that wanted the black suit. I could be wrong. But I think if there was some kind of poll, I think the majority would have chosen this figure to come out first and then the black suit later. So I'm not sure why McFarlane does the things that he does. Makes no sense to me. But I'm really hoping one day an influencer who's doing an interview asks him why he does the things that he does when it comes to, delivering these figures to the public. Like how he releases his figures, distributes them. I'm confused. And I guess I'll always be confused because nobody's going to ask him that question. But I kind of wish it was more of an art in the back, but it's okay. It goes to show you some of the other figures that were released. Hold on. In the wave. So this figure came with no extra hands, no flight stand, just the black stand that everyone's used to, and then the trading card. I'm not sure if you can see that. But I think he was one of the first figures that I've actually purchased from McFarlane. And I do remember ordering this figure from Target. And I don't know, I do like him. I do like the figure. For a 1999 figure, the resemblance isn't so bad. You're not going to get a quality figure at 1999, so it's almost like purchasing a great value coffee from Walmart and expecting great taste like Keurig. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And I got it by the great value. I don't have the money. But oh man, I'm scared of a limb flying off. Please be more of a Man of Steel and not Man of Plastic. It has that little ratchet sound. I've noticed that the plastic used for this figure is different from the plastic he's using now for the newer ones. Because the newer figures seem like it has a flex to it. Almost like a little bit of a rubbery. Which kind of reminds me of the Marvel Legends figures. Which I kind of prefer a little more. They won't snap as quickly as this hard of plastic. Unless it's just me. Is it double jointed? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't want to go any further. And if he wasn't going to give us any extra hands, why can't he just give us both hands fisted? I don't get it. Of course, his plastic cape. Here's the back of the figure. Gotta be careful with these. Oh, man. I was contemplating whether to get the 2-pack of this Superman and Doomsday just because he has a cloth cape, or just get a wired cape from eBay for $16. Because I don't think anyone who's reviewed the 2-pack Superman did a comparison, so I'm not sure if it's the same plastic or not. I think the only difference from what I was just that the cape was added on, so I don't know. So this figure is based off the Justice League Zack Snyder. I like the Zack Snyder cut a little better than Joss Whedon, but it's just kind of sad that Joss Whedon, like his it's not the grandfather clock making noise, or the stand, my rotating stand. It's a helicopter. But that's because I don't live too far away from Quantico. Oh well. Anyway, the movie was okay. I just wasn't too crazy for it. His version of Superman being a little too, I'm gonna say depressed, for lack of a better term for his Superman. I expect Batman to be that way, but not Superman. He doesn't remember Krypton, like say Kara Zor-El, his cousin, where she can be a little bit more mopey. She lost her family, her friends. But Clark was raised by great parents, and and he came from a nice town for him to, I guess, walk about what he did in Man of Steel, and leaving his mom behind. I don't know. I understand that they're trying to bring a 1938 character into the year 2025. So I guess some changes has to be made in order for the audience to relate to him. But I'm going to be honest, as much as I love Superman as a character and Wonder Woman, I've been a fan of hers since the 70s. They're not relatable. It's hard to relate to these characters. And even Batman, he's not relatable. A billionaire, we can't really relate to a character like that. I mean, we can love them, but it's kind of hard as an audience member to relate to these characters, which is why I think the Marvel X-Men and Spider-Man, they're humans who acquire powers, and with Superman and Wonder Woman, they have powers trying to live amongst humans. So, but enough of me babbling there about that. I'm sort of excited to see what James Gunn has in store. But I'm not going to the movies to go see that film when it comes out. I'm going to wait for it to hit Max. Then I'll watch it. The Man of Steel, I didn't have a problem with Man of Steel. I just, like I said, for me, I'm used to Batman being all mopey and dopey and broody. And when he did that with Superman, to me, that's not Superman. I mean, I could be wrong. I grew up at a different generation. He's supposed to be the Big Blue, the last Boy Scout or whatever. That's my Superman. I don't like people fearing him or throwing cans at him. For me, that's not him. When you see this guy up in the sky, you're supposed to say, "Thank God, he's coming to save us," not question the character. See, Batman, you're supposed to fear if you're a criminal. but not Superman. And I think that's why a lot of people are watching the Christopher Reeve films now are loving it because Christopher Reeve was a great actor. And the movie was nice. It's a classic. Love it. I'm going to show also a comparison, but not with the character that you might think, because I do have the Batman v Superman Batman figure with cloth cape. But I'm going to Christopher Reeve Superman. Oh man, do I love this figure. Love this figure. The good thing about this figure, you could feel like the texture when you're touching him, the Superman. The little chain links, I think. It's nice. But you can't beat the Superman. And he's taller than Henry Cavill. And I think in real life he is taller than him too. I think he was like 6'4" to his 6'2". Still love. Oh, this figure is like the best. So, well, sometimes I give Mr. Todd the Odd McFarlane, some grief. I mean, he does give us some cool looking figures for a decent price. I pre-ordered the new Superman figure from the new Superman movie coming out with crypto in it. $37. Oh dear God. $37. I pre-ordered him from Best Buy. I think they still have some. If you're interested to purchase him, you can. But I think he's at $39.99 now. And I got free shipping again. So I think if I'm living in the vicinity of Best Buy, they ship it for free. I don't know how that works, but I'm just happy that I free shipping. All I had to pay was the taxes on it, on the new Superman figure. So when I get him in late June, early July, I'll show him off. I'm waiting for the other figures to come in, like Supergirl, Bronze Age Superman. I'm not gonna say Silver Age. He looks more Bronze Age to me. And Dr. Fate. Oh, and Eric. I'm so happy you got the C.V. Wayne, the Fog figure. But I'm also extremely jealous because you got way more than I did. And I paid $91. Oh. When I saw what you got, I was like, what? For 51? So jealous. But I'm happy you got her. I almost died when you told me that when the prices on eBay just for the figure. Oof. And that's a great thing about collecting. You come across people who are pretty cool. And I forgot to mention, Eric, that I'm so glad that you're not one of those guys who won't purchase a female action figure in fear of questioning your manhood or whatever. Because I've noticed some people or some guys mentioning that, and I think that's what my little gripes that I also have with McFarlane. Female figures don't sell. I'm like, what? So I love that you got the Murder She Wrote figure. I'm gonna order mine from Best Buy in a couple of weeks because I think my pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store is not gonna be shipped anytime soon, and I pre-ordered her last September. But so yeah, I'm so glad that you got her, and congrats to your son. And I gotta start looking at more of your videos because you have some really pretty cool stuff. But anyway, enough of me. I've been babbling like a twit for long enough. Everybody, please have a great day. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, less negativity. That we can, witness. I guess. Social media and YouTube influencers seem more negative on everything than positive. And I'm like, So I try to keep my videos as lighthearted as I possibly can because, like I said, life is tough enough to go online to hear people, being negative about things that you're supposed to actually love, like collecting, like with the whole meltdown with Hasbro. And I keep going, I've noticed. I'm going to shut up now. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.